my dear students, welcome to our channel Multimedia of Science. I am Miduna. Now I am here to start the continuous section of our chapter, the sexual reproduction of flowering plants. Okay. In the previous section, I deal with that of the male reproductive structure, and now I am here with you to mainly discussing about the female reproductive structure. Okay. So female reproductive structure, which is gynoecium, already mentioned in that of the previous section, and this gynoecium is are of two types: monocarpellary and multicarpellary. Okay, this monocarpellary, which means it has only single pistil. Okay, only having one pistil, so it is named as mono, which means one. So monocarpellary, only one pistil. Then multicarpellary, which means it is having more than one pistil. Okay. According to that of the number of pistil, we can divide this gynoecium into two types, monocarpellary and this multicarpellary. Okay, pistil is found in that of the female reproductive structure. Then the multicarpellary is again divided into two types. Multicarpellary is again divided into the two types. It is apocarpous and syncarpous. Apocarpous, which means it is free pistils are present. It is fused. Syncarpous, which means fused, and apocarpous, which means free. Okay, then this pistil, okay, we already mentioned about this pistil, and this pistil have three parts. Which are they? Ovary, style and stigma. Okay, ovary, style and stigma are the three parts of the pistil. Then what do you mean by stigma? Stigma is the landing platform for the pollen grain. Okay, we are discussing about the sexual reproduction, which means the fertilization should be happen. So the landing platform of this female one, okay, for the pollen grain. So landing platform for the pollen grain is named as to be the stigma. Okay, so what do you mean by stigma? It is the landing platform. For what? For pollen grain. Okay. Then next one is about style. Then what is style? Style is the elongated slender part. Okay, beneath the stigma. While drawing this, yes, this is named as to be what? Stigma. This is the elongated slender part, style, and this is ovary. Okay, the basal part of this pistil. Okay, this is the pistil, structure of pistil, and this pistil has the basal part which is named as to be ovary. So ovary is the third part, and which is the basal part. Okay, clear? Then inside this ovary, okay, again we can draw. This is ovary. Inside to this ovary, what is present? Ovarian cavity. Ovarian cavity. Ovarian cavity is present inside that of ovary. Okay. Then placenta. It is another term. Okay. Placenta, which is present inside that of the ovarian cavity. Okay, placenta is present inside the ovarian cavity, and this ovarian cavity is present inside that of the ovary. Okay, yes. Then this placenta arises megasporangia, commonly called what? Ovules. On the basis of that of the number of ovules. If it is containing only one ovule, it is having examples such as wheat. It is NCERT examples, paddy and mango. These are examples for some plants which is having only one ovule. And if it is having many ovule, example for those plants are papaya, watermelon and orchids. Okay. That is about the gynoecium. Then we are dealing with the ovule. Ovule is otherwise called what? Megasporangia. Okay. Next we are dealing with that of the megasporangia. Megasporangia. Another term for this megasporangium is ovule. Okay. Then we are discussing the subtitles in this megasporangia. It is first one is frenulum. What is the definition for this frenulum? Yeah, the ovule is a small structure and it is connected to this placenta through a stalk, and that stalk is called what? Frenulum. Okay, the ovule is already mentioned and it is a small structure which is connected to placenta. Okay, which is connected to placenta. So placenta is there and the ovule is there. The connection between this ovule and placenta through a stalk, which is named as to be what? Frenulum. And the region at which the ovule fuses with that of the funicle, it is called what? Hilum. Okay, shortly we can say that the junction, okay, what? The junction between ovule and funicle. Ovule and funicle. Okay, just 1 minute. Yes. This is hilum. This is funicle. Clear? So, junction between the ovule and funicle, which is known as to be what? Hilum. Okay. Hilum is known as to be the junction between ovule and funicle. And this each ovule has two protective envelope. That is called what? Integuments. So, integuments are present around the ovule. Integuments are present around the ovule. Clear? So, junction between the ovule and the funicle is called hilum, and the integuments are present around that of the ovule. Then basal part of ovule. Okay, just this is the basal part of this ovule, and that part is called what? Chalasa, chalasal end. Okay, this is micropylar and this is chalasal end, and the basal part of ovule, basal part is named as to be what? Chalasal end, and the chalasal pole is present. Okay, then ovule is enclosed by that of the integuments, and within these integuments a mass of cell is present, and that mass of cell is called what? Nucellus. Okay, another term. Okay, this is a second term. Yeah, third term. Then fourth term. That is what? Nucellus. Nucellus is the mass of cells. Okay, mass of cells. Just visualization. Mass of cells within that of the integuments is known as to be what? Nucellus. Okay, and these cells of nucellus is of abundant food materials. Okay, then next is about, this is about the major main structures of the ovule megasporangia. Then next is about megasporogenesis. Okay, we already mentioned about megaspore mother cell. Okay, so next is about megasporogenesis. Here the division of this megaspore mother cell is gives 4 megaspore 1, 2, 3 and 4, but here the 3 will be degenerated and only one become functional, and this only one which is becoming functional is termed as to be embryo sac. Okay, next we are dealing with that of the embryo sac. Clear? So just about megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell is a large cell which contain dense cytoplasm and prominent nucleus. And this megaspore undergo meiosis to form 4 megaspore. So this one is meiosis. It undergo meiosis to form this 4 megaspore. Clear? Then this about this functional one, it becomes that of the embryo sac. Just draw. Yeah. Okay, it is called polar nuclei. Each one, and together which is called secondary nucleus. Then this is 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. These 3 are antipodal cells. Okay. Here this one, that is 1 egg cell plus 2 synergids. 1 egg cell plus 2 synergids together called what? Egg apparatus. And 3 celled group antipodal cells at this micropylar end. So this is what? Micropylar end. Clear? Micropylar end, and this is chelacel end. Okay. What is about a typical angiosperm embryo sac? It is about the number of nuclei and the number of cells. It is 8 nucleate and 7 celled. Okay, it is very important. 8 nucleate and 7 celled. Which are the 7 cell? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nucleus are there, but it is considered what? Yeah, it is having 1 cell. Okay, so 7 cell and 8 nucleus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nucleate and 7 celled. Okay, just visualize it. Then it becomes clear. Okay, now I concluding this section. Our next topic is about pollination. It will be in next part. Okay, thank you.